Greg, please leave me alone.
No. Coach Greg, in today's video, Abbew, yet again, he's calling me out. Obviously, he's going to make fun of me. He's going to put me down and say that his information's the best and that I have horrible information and all I do is care about making money. But in reality, this is not the truth. We're going to watch the video and, of course, react.
There is a man, he calls himself, I think, Greg Doucette, and it's an IFBB Pro. Listen, Greg, if you got to write IFBB Pro in your name, it means you're shit as a bodybuilder.
And so I'm an IFBB Pro bodybuilder, got 4th place in a pro bodybuilding competition against Terrence Ruffin, who won the show. But apparently I'm a cookbooks and shitty bodybuilder. And so is it actually a fact that I'm shitty? If I'm shitty at 48 years of age on HRT alone, or when I was on performance enhancing drugs, that I was shitty, then imagine all the other bodybuilders out there. If I'm the bar of shitty, okay, listen to me. If Coach Greg is shit as a bodybuilder, how is everyone else who's not quite as good as Coach Greg? Perhaps you're not an IFBB Pro. Perhaps you're an IFBB Pro who never made the top 5. Are you shitty? Do you suck? And so why are we insulting me as a bodybuilder? Perhaps I didn't use insulin and growth hormone the way you did, Abbew. Perhaps I didn't want to abuse my body the way you did. Notice how your glucose levels are all cooked up. You can't have sugar anymore. Why do you think that is? Do you think you might have perhaps abused your body harder than last time and that's why you can't eat a normal diet? Oh, and last I checked, having IFBB Pro does not mean you're a shit bodybuilder. Natalia Abraham Colho, 28 years old, 2022 Miss Physique Olympia, the Olympia champion. Miss Physique Olympia, that's equal to being Chris Bumstead. 9-time Olympian. And so it says IFBB Pro Natalia Colho. So she has IFBB Pro in her name. She's an Olympia champion 9 times on the Olympia stage. How many times were you on the Olympia stage? And so just because you have IFBB Pro in your name, you're really going to use that to make fun of me? Really? That's the best you can do?
He's made about 6 to 8 videos about me, long form videos about me on YouTube. And every time I watch it, I think, God, this guy's so sad.
Because I make 6 to 8 videos on Abbew, long form videos, he says this guy is so sad. Why is it sad that I call out the bullshit in the fitness industry? Remember how many videos I made about the Liver King? Probably just as many, because he was speaking nonsense. And so what I do is when I hear somebody saying bullshit nonsense going against the science, I make a video to correct them. I'm trying to educate the population. And so when Abbew says all things are sugar, everything is bad, that if you eat fruits and vegetables, it's not good for you because it's sugar, that this is shit to wake the fuck up, I'm going to make a video about it.
Stay the fuck away from fruit.
And remember, I'm not the only one. Lane Norton has made multiple videos speaking out about Abbew. I remember Sean Naliwick has done the same thing and a host of other YouTubers. And why do you think that is? It's because Abbew is a meme. He's like the Liver King only in 2024. He's Liver King 2.0. He says a few things that are great. For example, don't eat shit food. Don't eat processed food all the time. Junk food is bad for you. Yeah, I think everyone already knew that. But when he says fruit is bad for you, vegetables, to avoid these things, that you need to eat a carnivore diet, that is going too far.
You're missing one point. The reason why people follow me is because I'm giving them free content.
Every single person that posts videos on Instagram and YouTube give out free content. And so you're saying the reason people follow Abbew is because he's giving out free content. Okay, and so the reason people are following Coach Greg is because I'm also giving out free content. Let's see how much free content I've given. 917 million views on YouTube so far, over 2 million followers. And so you're trying to brag about giving out free content. I've given out far more free content than you have, Eddie. And remember, these are long form videos. Eddie's videos mostly are very short, mostly on Instagram. Remember, he doesn't have a large following on YouTube. On YouTube, you actually have to make sense. For people to watch, you have to explain the science, perhaps quote the literature, the research, PubMed articles, and so on. But Instagram, for people with low attention spans that are just interested in things that are mostly drama-based, like wake the cook up and this is shit. Yeah, it sounds cool. Old man with a gray beard shouting about not eating this, not eating that. It's fun. It's cool. And so a lot of people following him, 3.7 million. That's a lot on Instagram. But on YouTube, where you actually make a lot of money, where people pay to advertise on your channels, he's not doing all that well. Eddie Abbew, total video views on YouTube with 141,000 followers, 14 million. I didn't say 114 million, I said 14 million. And so overall, I do believe I've given out more free content than Eddie.
I'm giving them free content that's valuable. People are valuing it. It's helping them a lot. People are making changes, lifestyle changes.
And so he's saying Eddie's giving out content that's valuable, that's helping them out. I remember when I reached 1 million followers, I said, hey, if you have a life-changing experience, you've made a dramatic before and after transformation, send me a message and perhaps I'll talk about it in a video. 3,500 people sent me messages of how it changed their lives. How they watched my videos and it dramatically improved themselves, so much so that they wrote me to thank me. 3,500 from one request.
So Greg really helped me fix my nutrition.
His delicious recipes just made calories in, calories out a little bit easier.
I want to eat sweet things like that and lose weight and look like this guy. I went out and crushed all my goals that I set for myself.
That is a lot, and that was years ago. And so imagine the lives, the people that I've helped.
You wouldn't understand it. We're all working for money.
Yes, of course, we're all working for money. For example, I have cookbooks, I have a diet book, I offer these services. Eddie Abbew himself, he sells something. I think it's $49.99, maybe I'm wrong. And it's a diet PDF book, somehow telling people how to eat for only $49.99. Did you know, Eddie, that I've given close to 100,000 free diet and training programs? Close to 50 pages. And it's not just a carbon copy, one plan fits all. Multiple copies tailored to that individual for free. Almost 100,000. Now, let's do some math, Eddie. If I charge $50 times 100,000, it would be about $5 million. And so did I sell those or did I give them away for free? And so people are quick to say, oh, you're a ripoff, you're a scam artist. You have a cookbook for $150. I have several at different price points because I offer several different books. All of them work exceptionally well. I've sold close to 100,000 books. And so although I've sold about 100,000 books, I've also given away about 100,000 books. And so whether you're rich, poor, don't have money, don't want to spend any money, you can get free content from Coach Greg.
We're all working for money, but don't just make it about money.
If it was just about money, why did I give away close to 100,000 free diet and training programs? Really? Think of that. Why did I give that away? And yeah, I have advertisements in my videos. Is it a crime for me to try to make a living? Is there something wrong with me promoting supplements? For example, Turk Builder, Geo2 Max, Seco protein bars. There's something wrong with that? Last I checked, you used to sell whey protein. That's right. People who used to coach, they talked to me, came and said, hey, you owned a gym. You were selling whey protein in these gyms. I even think you're still selling BCAAs. Is this correct information that I'm being told? Last I checked, BCAAs are made in a lab. Are they not? I don't know. I mean, this is secondhand information. I don't know if this is to be true. At least I'm not lying about what I'm using or what I'm taking. Been very honest, telling people about my HRT, 140 milligrams a week. Are you on HRT, Eddie Abbew? Are you on HRT? Yes or no? How long have you stopped abusing steroids? For how many years have you stopped? And for how many years did you abuse steroids? Trying to make it look like I'm unnatural. People saying, oh, Coach Greg is unnatural. Look at Eddie Abbew, he's healthy. Does anyone think that I don't do cardio? Do I not promote health and fitness to the world? I encourage 150 minutes of cardio a week to put the fork down to eat healthy. And so, Eddie, how am I different than you aside from the fact that I give better quality information backed by science, backed by research?
Don't just make it about money. Let's also make it about helping people.
Oh, I guess I don't help anyone. The 917 million people, haven't helped any of them. Those 3,500 people, life-changing transformation, never helped any of those people. And remember, that's just scratching the surface, the tip of the iceberg. I am positive, certain, 100% convinced I've helped far more people than you, Eddie. What have you done, Eddie? This is shit, don't eat processed food. And at the same time, you've hurt people. Everything is sugar. Fruit is sugar, this is sugar, it's all shit. Don't eat fruit. Is that a good message, Eddie? To not eat fruit? Really? You think it's that bad to have an apple, a kiwi, a banana? This is horrible for you?
You're there promoting your supplement. Every video that you make using my name to promote your shit. I'm not part of that shit. I don't sell whey protein because I think whey protein is shit.
And tell us why, Eddie. Why is whey protein shit? Explain it scientifically so that the viewers can understand. And when you say things like, don't have fat-free Greek yogurt, because what they do is they take stuff out and they put sugar in it. No, they don't. They don't add sugar. And when I say you can have high-protein milk, oh, they take out the fat and put in sugar. No, they don't, Eddie. They don't. You're lying. Why are you a liar? Why do you continue to lie? I tell you why. Gets views, gets the clicks. This is shit. Don't eat fat-free Greek yogurt. It's shit. Guess what? It's calories in, calories out, Eddie. It's not all about insulin and bullshit.
If you need drinking, that's fine. But Greg, please leave me alone.
Oh, leave me alone. The bully Coach Greg is so evil. He made 6 to 8 videos telling people that I'm full of shit. Oh. Eddie, if you post nonsense, I'm going to correct you in the videos. This is how it works. If you don't like the fact that I promote supplements, you can make a video about me, which you did right now. This is the second time you made a video about Coach Greg. And why do I think you're doing it? For clout. I think you know I'm going to make a response video. I'm going to talk about Eddie Abbew. More people are going to see it from my channel. Remember, I do have 2 million followers on YouTube. It's quite a bit. They watch my video and say, who is this moron? Who is this guy? Who is this Eddie Abbew that says you can't have fruit in your diet, that it's all sugar? And so they watch your channel and they like it. They're like, wow, because everyone's looking for the magic pill, the quick fix. I haven't lost weight. There's got to be something wrong. Oh, it's sugar. Sugar's fault. It's all based on sugar. If you don't eat sugar, you're losing all the weight. You're going to cure all your mental problems, disorders, depression, everything. I've seen you say that. Remember, Eddie? Yeah, there's no such thing as depression. It's your diet. Somebody says, hey, I'm feeling like I don't want to live anymore. Oh, change your diet. Wait, cook up. You really think that's going to help that individual? That's going to solve all of their problems if they only just eat a steak?
I know you probably got hard on for me. That's fine.
And so why do people keep bringing up sexual orientation? How does that matter? Remember, there are people in this world who are gay. My sister's gay. When she hears you say, you have a hard-on for me, she knows you're using that in an insulting manner. And by saying that, people who are gay are thinking, so it's now an insult to call someone gay? Do you really think that's okay? Do you really think that's cool? So when you say, I want to suck your cookbook, people like my sister take that as a personal insult. It's not okay to make fun of somebody's sexual orientation.
The other day, you sent me a message saying to me, oh, this company wants to make you. I'm like, off. I fucking heard him. I'm not interested in any of this shit.
And so despite all of our differences, despite the fact that I've made 6 to 8 videos talking out about him, I still message him in private in a DM. There's a suit company called LGFG. They want to sponsor you $50,000 worth of suits to help you to look good. I say, okay, I'll message him. I'll do you that favor. And what does he do? He makes a video to make fun of me. And so really think about it. I went out of my way in private, behind closed doors, didn't tell anyone about it, and said, hey, Eddie, I want you to know there's a company that asked me to reach out to you. They want to give you free suits to help you look good. And so does that make me a bad person? And so he says, oh, cook off. Really, think of it. I'm trying to help him. Does anyone see it any differently? In private, I messaged him and said, I know a company, a suit company that wants to give you all these free suits. And he then uses it against me. Think about that. There's a major sponsor that wants to give you some things. Listen to my message. It's very valuable. It's Coach Greg. I then send him a 58-second message about how a suit company, LGFG Fashion House, wants to send him free suits. Custom-made free suits. Did I have to do that? Remember, I'm making all these videos about Eddie, but yet behind the scenes, what am I doing? I'm trying to help him. Does that make me look like a bad person? Yet that is what he's trying to do. Really think about that.
Saying to me, oh, this company wants to make you. I'm like, off. I fucking heard him. I'm not interested in any of this shit.
Remember, it's not a protein powder company. It's not a supplement company. It's clothing. And he uses it against me. He says I'm a bad person. That all I do is care about money, yet I'm trying to help him in private. Think about that the next time you see Eddie talking bad about Coach Greg.
Let's make people feel better instead of making those stupid videos because they're pointless. Come on.
And so would it not make you feel better? Think of it right now. If I wrote you in private and I said there's a company that wants to give you $50,000 worth of suits, would that make you feel better? Would you maybe feel better about yourself if you're dressed in fancy clothing, looking your best self? Really think about that. Did I write him in private and say, you're an asshole, you're a this, you're a that, you're a man, make fun of him? Or did I try to help him?
Wake the fuck up, Greg.
Really? And so I reach out, try to help him. I make videos correcting his misinformation, and I need to wake the cook. Really? Why don't you wake the cook up? When somebody's offering you a helping hand, when they're offering you something of benefit to you, you can say, no, thank you. Thanks for thinking about me. You can say, thanks. I'm glad you thought about me. There doesn't have to be an insult. Doesn't have to make fun of me. Eddie Abbew, he never eats anything sugary, right? I mean, he always practices what he preaches, right? He would never cheat on his diet. I mean, that's what he says, right? Well, let's watch this.
But is it not okay to have a bit of sugar? As long as it's not a lot.
Yeah, but I have a bit of sugar once a week.
Okay. And what would you have? What would that be?
I like a biscuit. I'll have a packet of biscuit Maryland.
And so notice, it's carbs, it's sugar. He has it every single week. He acts like, oh, he eats the perfect diet. He never eats any of this stuff. But meanwhile, in actuality, in the real world, he's cheating on his diet every single week. Do you really think you can never have any sugar? Eddie Abbew himself is having sugar, and he's done so even after abusing steroids, GH, whatever, for years. Guy has to be more careful than last time. But if you're doing cardio every day like I am, do you really think it's going to hurt you if you have a bowl of fruit every morning, perhaps strawberries, blueberries, bananas, and so on? You really think that's going to be bad for you? There you have it. Does anyone actually believe all of the nonsense that Eddie Abbew is spewing? Of course, he's a meme. He's fun. He's charismatic. He says, wake the cook up. He's an old man cursing and swearing. It's entertaining. But when he says you can't have any fruit, vegetables in your diet, that everything is sugar, he lists them out. Rice, fruits, vegetables. It's all sugar. And so if you think you can't have a carrot, you can't have rice in your diet, that it's all bad for you, well, then I think you need to wake the cookbook up. Interested in any of my supplements like the Seco protein bars, the GO2 Max, Turk Builder, Acti Builder, creatine, and so on, head over to my website. Remember, the free diet and training program, close to 50 pages? That's a lot of free information. But no, Coach Greg never helps anyone. It's not as if I don't have a free diet and training program, of which I do, but perhaps Eddie hasn't watched my channel. He hasn't gone to my website. Code Greg, 15% off. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm, like the video if you like it. Don't forget to watch one of those 2 bloops. And of course, coaching plans by me and my team, the training books, the cookbooks, the Circle diet books, supplements, clothing line, you get it all on my website. And until next time, I am out.